Intuition, internal guidance, and intuitive guidance. Throughout the RYUC website and RYUC and Beyond YouTube recordings, continual reference is made to use our intuition and internal guidance. One question that can be asked is, what does our intuition and internal guidance look like? Unfortunately, given the incredible uniqueness of the perception of each individual, it probably will look a little different for you as compared to everyone you know, yet there are many similarities. What is provided here are a few of the more common appearances of intuition and internal guidance. However, you will need to do your own experiments and see how your intuition and internal communications work for you. It does need to be noted you should not be surprised if you see a shift in how your intuition and internal guidance communicates to you over time as you gain confidence in how it communicates. That is, you'll become more aware of the subtle communications and not require an intense communication. Internal guidance is about the internal navigation system with which we all have. It is inherent within our being. Intuitive guidance is nothing special. It is something we all possess. We just need to understand it and learn how to use it. Most use it in some way, but most are never taught they have one, and even less are taught how to use it. We are energy sensing beings. We all have 5 senses and a 6th sense if you believe in it. They are called senses, for they are about sensing the energy we experience. Our intuitive guidance and internal guidance arises as a result of the energy we experience. Feeling is about sensing the flow of energy we are sensing. The doorway to our intuition and internal guidance is our body and what it senses. Being aware of what our body is sensing and what we are feeling is key. Intuitive guidance is the information available to us before our mind steps in and manipulates it in some way. Mind manipulates it by placing its judgment and/or interpretations over what is experienced and sensed. The more we shut down our ability to feel because of the pain we have experienced, the more we shut down our internal and intuitive guidance. The more we can be open to feeling, the greater our internal and intuitive guidance will become. The challenge is to figure out how to deal with the pain of the past and the pain we experience in the present. Anything that manifests, seen or unseen, and/or experienced, whether experienced in the mind and/or the body, is a result of a flow of energy. There is a flow of energy which gives rise to the experiences we have. Without a flow of energy, there is no movement to have an experience. In being open to what we sense and feel in the moment, we can know and/or perceive through the focus of our attention awareness into or onto what we're experiencing. That focus on what we sense gives rise to the intuitive insights in our mind. That is, our non-conscious mind will characterize what is being experienced in the moment based on the past experience. And if we so choose, we can always ask the question, what is giving rise to what I am feeling? What our intuitive guidance presents to us, whether perceived as a feeling or a thought, word, or image, is only our best our mind can do to describe what we experience. Mind is characterizing everything we experience all the time. What surfaces into our consciousness is determined by the composite of our non-conscious and conscious focus of our attention and awareness. By consciously choosing how we focus our attention and awareness, we can access information about any topic. The question is whether or not we have the minimum set of requisite experience to understand what we sense for our mind to characterize it in a way that we can understand it. It is at this point we are at a juncture. At this moment, mind steps in and either discards what surfaces or focuses on it such that it becomes the dominant thought in our mind. Here, mind acts as a filter. Based on habits of the past, are determining what insights get into our conscious mind such that we recognize the information and are given the options of acting or not acting on it. However, if we are mindful and aware, we can begin to see the space between what arises as the characterization of the energy by the mind as a thought, feeling, word, or image, and the mind stepping in and allowing it to pass or not pass into our attention to become the dominant thought. It is in this moment, this space between mind stepping in, is where we access the power of our intuitive guidance. In any case, whatever feeling, thought, word, image that arises will most probably be wrong or in error simply because mind has insufficient experience to properly characterize what is experienced. The insights we gain in mind are incorrect and at best approximations, unless we have the minimum set of experience to understand what we sense. This is why intuitive guidance seems to be accurate sometimes and at other times so inaccurate. It is also why mind discards information that it does not seem to fit into its belief structure and how it thinks things should be. Nevertheless, the direction provided by the intuitive guidance regarding the flow of energy manifesting the experience is correct and will be accurate. What is presented by our intuitive guidance does provide us the direction we need to move to know and get the experience we need to better understand what we are really experiencing. The intuitive guidance tells us the direction we need to go to either 1. Align with the flow of energy that is manifesting or will manifest the desired object or experience, and or 2. The direction we need to go to gain the minimum set of experience to understand and or experience what is manifesting and giving rise to the energy we are sensing. The awareness of this understanding about intuitive guidance can be used to create anything we desire. Aligning with our intuitive guidance takes us on the path of least resistance for what we wish to create, for it aligns with the flow of energy created by the intention we hold. Intuitive guidance is usually perceived to be intuition, body wisdom, and or second knowing, or other typical sixth sense abilities. It needs to be understood we can use our intuitive guidance to access any information we desire if we ask, but our intuitive guidance will limit the information it provides to what we ask. The information our intuitive guidance surfaces when we don't ask it anything in particular is only in response to the non-conscious intentions and directions we have set for our life. Without awareness, most of our responses to life is survival, protection, and keeping safe. Hence, most individuals experience their intuitive guidance protecting them and keeping them safe. The typical forms of intuition, internal guidance, and intuitive guidance are intuition, body wisdom, and second knowing, and often and not recognized as intuitive guidance as synchronicity. Intuition is used interchangeably with intuitive guidance and internal guidance. It is an awareness about situations and people for which we find no rational way of knowing. Body wisdom is about the sensations with no physical discernible cause. Body wisdom is also related to that inherent wisdom that grew us from an infant into an adult without the need of mind. This aspect of body wisdom is perfectly capable of guiding us to help fulfill our creative endeavors if we are able to listen to it and follow it. Second knowing is knowing something specific like facts or information that we have no way of logically knowing. For most, intuition and second knowing are one and the same. Their main difference is intuition typically has a feel or a feeling associated with the insight. Second knowing is normally a clear mental insight, usually without feeling and obviously outside the normal understanding and logic of the mind. Synchronicity is about events, people, information, or messages which appear in one's life significantly related in answer to a question asked or impacting a particular intention and seemingly not having any discernible causal connection. The recommendation made here is for you to do your own experiments and become aware of how and in what way your internal guidance and intuition work for you.